Shapeways is a 3D printing marketplace and community. It's a place where you can make, buy, and sell anything you can imagine. We have over 30 material choices, so if you want to make eyeglasses or earrings or even ceramic cup for your kitchen, anything is possible, and it's just the beginning. Historically, making something couture or just right would be really costly, and that's why customization or co-creation was historically really cost prohibitive. And now you have something called 3D printing, where anything can be made on demand, and the costs are a lot lower, that you can make a custom pair of cufflinks or a custom wedding rings, for under $100. Take a digital file and you convert it into a physical product, and each part is made layer by layer. And here I can grab, these sunglasses, for example, which are a little funny, but every layer is built up, and you have whatever material you're using. In this case, this is a nylon powder, but you can replace that with metal powder, ceramic powder, etc. And what's really interesting is, because you're additively making something as opposed to subtracting material to create the product, you can make really complex shapes. So you can see here, you're able to get design that would be really impossible or super costly a different way. There's a pop-up store on 29th and 6th Avenue at the Aventi Hotel, and it's really interesting because I think it's the first store, to my understanding, that's totally dedicated to 3D printing. So we're there, and some of the designers who sell through Shapeways have their products on display, but there's also home devices where you can play around and see what kind of low-cost 3D printing looks like. You can use your fingers to create an object, and all of a sudden it comes out of the machine. So I think we're just at the beginning of both the technological possibilities for the consumer market, but also for how people would want to be involved in creating products. Typically, when you look at e-commerce, you have inventory in stock. We actually make everything on demand for our customers. So anyone who has a design can make it available for sale, and a customer all over the world can buy that product, and we'll ship it to that customer, and we'll make it on demand just for them. So in our very nature, everything is unique and not made until the customer orders it. A lot of people with 3D modeling experience are the first ones who started using Shapeways, but since then we have a really large user base of people who are not designers, whether it's someone's mother or a kid who really just wants to be more involved in the process of making or being a part of the creative process of the products that surround their lives. Historically, you have to walk into a shop or go online and buy something that's already existing off the shelf, and so the nature of customization is really limited, or even co-creation. And now you can start with your unique needs, and the product unravels from your particular needs. A lot of brands and retailers are now interested either to sell 3D printed objects in their stores, or to enable their customers to co-create products with them. So imagine a fashion house. We're actually working with one right now for a spring 2012 line, where they're going to be able to make products on demand using 3D printing. Their customers can take part of that creative process. And just how we saw through social media, brands relinquishing control to the consumer as they realize that you can't totally hold on to design anymore or to ideas. It's much more of a conversation. We're now seeing that conversation with products as well.